This is kind of a follow-up to the video I just posted, and you can see now what I really wanted to achieve here. There's just that one little space just above and to the right of the Gloriosum. There, beneath the bipennifolium and beneath and between the bipennifolium and the two pink princess pieces, that little hole there, that's all I have left to do. But you can see how quickly, after bringing some plants back from the factory room, the original Gigas and the original Pink Princess and the other Pink Princess, and moving some copies over to begin to fill in that wall, you can see how quickly the jungle is really taking shape. Those two Aglaonemas will have a home and a spot where you won't even notice them in here by this evening. Excuse me. And there are a few more minor changes to make here by this evening, but other than that, like tuck in one of those original Alocasia caprea, the original mother plant, next to the larger one. It's got to get tucked back a little bit more. That's going to happen by this evening. But you can see, after bringing back the original Gigas, the original Pink Princess, and the original Silver Sword, the original other Pink Princess, and moving everything around finally to where I want everything, you can see how the bottom row is done. This is, for all intents and purposes, with the exception of that little hole, which will be taken care of tomorrow, and for all intents and purposes, this bottom row of the plant wall is finito la commedia. Okay? And how I want it to look. This is the idea. A wall of plants. It's going to fill in a little bit more as time goes on. The blue will disappear a little bit more as time goes on. But what doesn't, well, it's a pleasant color to look at behind whatever foliage covers most of it here. And then the idea is to get the exact same kind of effect all the way up to where the spider plants are, with the upper row of poles, and they will overlap a little bit in the middle to form the first real densest fill. First is going to happen as a belt right there, right where the tops of these plants meet the bottoms of those plants. That's where the most fill occurs the most quickly, right there. And that's why I try to start with as many leaves as possible on the bottoms of the tubes here, or get them covered with a plant in front of them on the floor, like the capreas, the gloriosums, the aglaonemas, the dieffenbachias, and the alocasias. And again, tomorrow I have my first batch of alocasias show up tomorrow. The philodendron verrucosum should show up tomorrow. I'm very excited about the philodendron verrucosum. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that nothing happens to it in transit. Nothing should. Same with the alocasias. And then I have another small group of alocasias showing up on Saturday. Friday I've got some dry goods coming from the place that is sending me the first 3 alocasias I'm getting tomorrow. And they're separate from the company that's sending me the philodendron verrucosum. But I'm most excited out of all of them. I'm most excited about the philodendron verrucosum. That is really, for me, that and the melanochrysum are the 2 prettiest philodendrons, as far as I'm concerned, on the face of the planet, that are not hybrids or variegated in any way. There are plenty of plants that are just as knockout that are variegated, that I really like, one of which is the Soderoy, but I don't think they come close to, I don't think the Soderoy comes close to a melanochrysum when it's mature. That is just such a striking plant. Or the verrucosum. Those leaves are just insane. The way they go fractal towards the edge, like the Beginda does right there, that just knocks my socks off. And the coloring, I couldn't ask for a nicer coloring. That's why I wanted the Glorious, because it was a climbing philodendron that had veins that were much more brightly colored than the leaves, and they contrasted very strongly. I mean, the Gigas has that, but not nearly as contrasting as the Glorious or the Gloriosum, for that matter, which isn't a climbing philodendron. But the Verrucosum and the Melanochrysum, I can't tell you how much those plants just light me up. They really do. There are just, and again, I'm going to have one of them as of tomorrow. I am really, I will not sleep very well tonight thinking about that plant. I really won't. And then I've got the 3 allocations coming tomorrow, and then the 4 allocations coming on Saturday, and then after that, it's I'm waiting for a few more allocations to get in stock, and for a Melanochrysum to get in stock, and I am done. And then it's going to Home Depot at some point to get a whole mess more of tubes, and stock up on the no pest strips to make the trip worth it, because it's a $60 trip for me with a cab to go to Home Depot and back. Plus, the 2-hour wait, or 1 hour wait usually for a cab on the return leg, since I'm not going to have them waiting for me while I go PVC pipe shopping. But I may pick up some houseplants from there as well. You never know. They might have a cool Dieffenbachia or Aglaonema for me to add to my collection. Who knows? But at any rate, most of the plants are going to be done this week. Then it's just one more philodendron and a couple other alocasias. The alocasias that I want are mostly in the Amazonica complex. There's one called the Mandalay Bay, and there's one other that I want. I can't remember the name of. And then there's a Heterophylla corazon, which is the dwarf form of the Heterophylla that I'm going to be getting. And I think that's it for alocasias. I think. Depending upon whether or not the Frydek I get is a Frydek or a Michelitziana, they have one that looks to be a pure, absolute, guaranteed Michelitziana. They're calling it something else, though. And I forget what they're calling it. But, I would like a true Michelitziana here. When they darken up, they are a very, very nice plant. That's about it. But for philodendrons and stuff to hang on the walls, it's really going to be just the Verrucosum I get tomorrow and a Melanochrysum. Now, one quick PS about the Melanochrysum. It also depends upon which of 2 possible places gets the Melanochrysum in first. The place that I'm getting the Verrucosum from, and that is really the place I think I would prefer to deal with without even seeing the Verrucosum yet. So sight unseen, of the 2 potential places, the one that I'm getting the Verrucosum from is the one I think I would prefer to get the Melanochrysum from. If she is the place that gets it first and has it available, then I will just be getting a Melanochrysum. If the other place gets the Melanochrysum first, I will have to order another philodendron just to make it worthwhile on the shipping, because they charge more on the shipping. Their plant prices are a little lower, but even with that, their shipping makes it still more expensive to order a plant. So I'll order another philodendron to get a shipping break on one plant, and then the Melanochrysum won't be as expensive. And the other plant I would get would be a Philodendron Majestic, I think it is, which is the cross between the Verrucosum and the Soderoy. And then I'll have a large leaf Philodendron I can hang that gets some silver markings in the leaf. A Soderoy I would get, but if the silver is going to fade anyway, I might as well get a plant that gets much larger leaves than a straight Soderoy. So, and I don't mind a hybrid if it looks nice. And I've seen some pictures, and they look very nice. The Verrucosum soteroi hybrid that is being called a Majestic. It's a very impressive philodendron. So as the price breaker for the shipping plant, I wouldn't mind getting one of those. But the one but again, I would only get it if I have to get a Melanochrysum from that place. I'd much rather just pay a little bit cheaper overall and get it from the place I am now getting the Verrucosum from. I also know this place by reputation better than I know the other place that I haven't purchased from yet. So yeah, that's my option. Those are my options. And neither might come to fruition. I don't know that either of these places are going to get Melanochrysums in. So we'll see. And we'll see what the prices are when they get them. My decision may change based on the final price from both places. I've seen Melanochrysums as cheap as close to $20. I'm sure they're tissue cultured, but the price that has them is not the place that I know has them. And the other places I've seen that have them, I will not purchase from because they would ship to me FedEx. And I will not patronize FedEx in any way, shape, or form, nor will I patronize a business that doesn't give me an alternative. I don't mind paying for shipping. I don't mind paying $30 for a Melanochrysum that's listed as $20 if it's healthy and in good condition, and I like the way it looks. I'll happily shell $30 out of my pocket just to not have it shipped with FedEx, just to not have FedEx get that little piece of the shipping pie that is in my universe. They will not get that. Okay, my lights are about to go out soon, but as you can see, the bottom of this plant wall is done, except for one little plant to slap over there, where you see some blue. That's it. The Gigas is back here, the Pink Princess is back here, all of the Pink Princess, in fact, are back here. I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of Pink Princess, Princess on this wall, which I just have to spread out a little bit better on this wall. Which will happen in the upcoming days. So there you have it, folks. Soon I am going to have a tube shortage, and at which point I will go to Home Depot and get some gray PVC cut to 3-foot sections, and then I'll have enough. I'll just get a dozen pieces cut and get that done and out of the way, and have that done to make sure I have enough spare pieces to propagate as much as I need to propagate to completely get this wall done and the other rooms in the house done. And then I'll be done. So there you go. A whole bunch of plants coming in this week, mostly alocasias, one philodendron verrucosum, and we are on my merry way. And my back couldn't be happier because that this is all going to end soon, mostly as far as back-breaking pot work goes, because it is broken. I'm done with my back for a good long while. I'm already having issues sleeping at night because of it. So there you go, folks. Have fun.